welcome. So today we are doing a collective reading. I don't know yet what it will be about. We'll see what comes out. And yeah, it's one of the first collective readings. I usually always do pick a card, so let's see how this goes. I hope you're doing well. If there's any specific reading you would like to see, feel free to leave your suggestion below in the comments. And let's start. Let's see what's coming out in the cards today. This is timeless. We are doing this end of October 2025, but whenever you watch it, it's meant to. We have number 26, the year of Delta. I'll check on the book just what it means. So basically this card speaks about deep healing. I'm just going to read here the first part where it says, without any force you can overcome even extreme negativities. Your real nature is gentle, which is powerful in its own unique way. You do not need to become something you are not. You can confidently and effectively invoke spiritual protection from the light. You can never be dominated or bullied at a spiritual level, because the real you is always empowered and protected in the light. And so the book goes on to speak about healing at the deepest inner level and how to obtain transformational awareness in order to be reborn, basically. It's also mentioning how through complete surrender to a great powerful intelligence, however that resonates with you, can help you, allows for your healing and for the renewal to be manifested in your life. So maybe you are going through some kind of situation where it is quite hard to let go of, it is hard to stop identifying yourself with, and it's hard to move past it, basically, because it's already wired and rooted in your unconscious mind, basically. So this card speaks about remembering that your essence is soft, that you don't have to toughen up to get through it. Quite the opposite, it's more a movement of allowing rather than a movement of forcing. It's about allowing and creating the space for this restructuration to occur rather than forcing a new foundation to be created. I hope it makes sense. Maybe the number 26 is symbolic to you. Let me get this oracle. We have the anxiety cards that fell on the floor. Let's see which oracles could help us understand. Anything else? Anxiety. So we have Angel of Strength, which was already peaking before. We have Blossoming Abundance, and we have Healer of the Ages. So maybe you are keeping yourself in a state of anxiety. It didn't come out, but it still showed itself a few times, right? So maybe you are feeling anxious about something that is either going on or that you are already anticipating that it will happen in a certain way. And instead you are being told to trust and to ask for spiritual help, however that resonates with you, right? We have here Angel of Strength and we have Healer of the Ages. So it's about understanding that whatever is happening, it's for your own evolution. It's for you to use it as a mechanism to improve yourself, right? However, how hard this situation is, it is manifesting with a certain purpose to it, and it will lead you to abundance, right? It will lead you to a brighter future, to a better version of yourself, however you want to define this abundance. But you are being asked to be strong now, to not to shy away from the situation, from the hardship. There was a part at the end in the book where it says, even if you are dealing with intense negativities from a particularly powerful opponent, the Year of Delta encourages you to call for spiritual intervention with complete confidence in the grace that will instantly and consistently be bestowed. Your strength and power can flow from your spiritual connection. If you have been advised to toughen up, you are encouraged to instead remain true to yourself and find your strength within. And it is about that. It is how can you find your strength amidst conflict, right? And instability. How can you learn to, through the hardship, focus on the healing side? It's like there's this video online, you can even Google, search it on YouTube. I think it's from Gregg Braden, and they were showing how in China, I believe, there was this group of alternative medicine, I don't know, maybe they were doctors, I don't remember exactly, but they were chanting, I believe, and you can see in the image the tumor shrinking and disappearing. Like, it's very interesting, and you can definitely search that and see it for yourself. But the point is, they were saying when we are doing that, it's not about the chanting, it's about what we are feeling and visualization. And we were even if we could see that the organ was not healthy, the force, the energy we were directing at it, we were visualizing the organ as already being healthy, as already being tumor free, right? And it is about that. It's not about denial that I'm in this bad situation, but it's about, okay, this is the situation, but I can already focus on how this will get better. I can already visualize, and I can already feel as if I have attained the result that I would like to attain. It's in the end about trusting, right? And I'm not talking about forcing the result, like, oh, I want to see this happen, therefore I will focus all my energy on this happening. It's about, okay, it's about allowing. And it's a bit of a dance, and it's hard because it's very easy to lose balance from one side or the other. But it's about, okay, I am going through this hardship. Best case scenario would be this. This is what I'm asking for. This is what I'm asking my spiritual team to help me get to. And now I will allow for things to naturally evolve, and I will trust. And even if I see that things are not going the way I thought they would go, because I would have done this way, I still trust that it's bringing me to the place where I would like to be, or to an even better place. And I know that what I'm saying makes no sense if you are in a very negative mindset, because you're just gonna come up with the examples that will sound a bit more like denial or not putting in the work, or we should just trust and never mind how things will actually go and dissociate. But it's not that at all. And it's about, I'm not sure how to put it into words, but it's about creating the image in your mind of what you would like to see, to experience, and then to really feel it, to be there. Let's suppose you have been looking for a job for a while, right? So it's very stressful. You are not sure how you're gonna pay your bills. You are not sure when you will find a job, if you'll find a job in the area that you are looking for. So you are going through this hardship, right? You are in this bubble. What you are encouraged to do is visualize the job you want, speak about the job you want. How does it feel going to that job? What does the place where you work at smells like? Feel so grateful that you are there. How's your team? What kind of projects are you involved in? Really get into the fantasy, really learn it from inside out, feel it from inside out, and trust that it's coming to you. And don't let this fear of the unemployment bubble get to you. Just trust that it's coming. Allow for it to flow in your life. That's a bit the lesson in that situation, right? I think. It could, of course, vary from person to person. And for example, if you are feeling anxious, right? Anxiety a lot of times comes from fear, basically, and it sometimes gets to a level that is so much bigger than us, and then we have anxiety attacks and all of that. But once you start to overcome, you start to also realize that's a lack of trust in the end, because, and I'm not trying to devalue anxiety, because certain things can happen at a younger age that you're gonna develop that as a natural mechanism. Is just a result of. But once you see the bigger picture, it also feels like it was from a place of, it's coming from a place of not trusting. You know what I mean? Because if you had been taught that you could trust, you wouldn't have felt anxiety, you wouldn't have repressed that, right? The panic attacks wouldn't have to come up and alert you for something that might or might not be real. And it is in those moments to understand that, okay, I don't have control of what is happening in this moment, because when it starts. But on the other moments, once it goes away, to start rewiring the brain in a different way, to start shedding the things that are not really helping us. It is about building our strength up so that when those moments come, we can better deal with them. I hope it's making sense to someone out there. Let me get a card from here. Anything else from here? Okay. So we have number 39 with creation. We have number 38 with abundance. And we have magic in number 33. So I feel like the message is almost repeating itself in the sense of, and again, if you are not agreeing with what I'm saying, it's totally fine. I mean, we are billions in the planet, so each person has their own views and it's okay. But again, we have the abundance card. So it's like, it's almost like this message of just trust whatever hardship is coming your way. Just, it's almost like endure it, like visualize on the outcome, because it's bringing you somewhere wonderful, whatever this abundance means to you, right? And it will feel almost like magic, because it's true that once you've learned to remain strong, you know, not to give into the hardship, you know, when you manage to keep your mental strong, you keep embodying your trust, your faith in whatever you believe, you keep protecting that inner energy, and you learn how to heal these parts of you through hardship, and you understand that hardship is happening because there is a lesson there that you have to learn. And if the same thing keeps happening, maybe you haven't learned it yet. And once you understand that and you manage to turn the key, it feels like magic, because things dissolve. Is like a river that was stuck, right? And suddenly the dam opens and it starts flowing again, basically. And this is the whole process of creating your reality, which is this visualization of what we want, and then simply allowing for the transformation to happen, to be taken by this river. And of course you still have to put in the steps, right? If you're having panic attacks, you should still go and see a psychologist or some kind of doctor to help you through it. If you are going through, what was my other example? If you are going through unemployment, you should still be sending your CVs, you should still be networking, which in my personal opinion helps much more than sending CVs. So the steps should still be put in, and you should still have that first impulse towards things, but not to the point where then you try to control it and you try to make it happen your own way, basically. Let's get one card from here. Okay. We have, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? Money is an energy, it ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. Today's soul action. Take a deep dive in your belief system around money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for the sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because... And it's true that it's quite easy nowadays to suddenly to have all of these blocks when it comes to money, right? And we do hear people say, oh, but the universe has plenty and it has enough for everybody. And we feel the resistance to that, because that's not what our life has shown us. That's not what the world has shown us. So there's a bit of incongruent, like a discrepancy between what we are told and the reality. But if we learn to see different things in a different way, the paradigm, it shifts, right? If we learn to trust that flow, if we learn to trust that it is there, and we start reading about examples of other people who went through that process, and we start educating ourselves on the subject of money rather than just living with our beliefs that for most of them they were actually gained from our parents or whoever was with us when we were kids. And we have to understand that those were their beliefs and how they managed their relationship with money, and we have to create our own. And maybe for you this is really about money specific. Maybe that's why the job example came, right? Because we do have abundance, and abundance can be on any area of your life, but most commonly people tend to think about money. I have actually a deck which is affirmations money wise. Let me get it. So I got the deck, but before that I saw this book which speaks about money. So we're just doing a little detour here, okay? Bear with me. It's in Portuguese, so I'll just translate this part and I'll share with you soon the English version. So it says that poverty is like a mental disease. And bear with me, I'll just read it out loud. It says, there's no virtue in poverty. Poverty is a disease like any other mental disease. If you are physically ill, you know that there is something wrong with your body. So search for help and try to find a cure. In the same way, if money is not flowing freely and constantly in your life, there is something deeply wrong as well. The urge of the vital principle within you is for growth, expansion, and a richer life. You are not here to live in a hut, wear rags, and go hungry. Your right is to be happy, prosperous, and successful in life. And maybe this is why I went on the rant about anxiety and the unemployment, but it is about whether we want it or not. Money is a huge energy present in our lives, right? If we want to eat, if we want to have a home, everything depends on money. There's just the rules of the game, right? So if that energy is not flowing in our life, it's something that we have to heal. And depending on your family story, of course, family history, perhaps there are certain mindsets or beliefs or even karmas relating to money that you are here to break, that you are here to overcome, because you have the right to live a successful life, right? Let's get to the financial abundance affirmations, because then I have to go. Let's see which ones come for you. All good? Okay. So we have, I let go of all my limiting beliefs around money. Money comes to me in unexpected and unexpected ways. I give myself permission to prosper and grow. I am a money magnet and money flows freely to me. The more I give, the more I receive. And I'm just gonna finish with one message of life card. Love appears. I renounce my pain and release my resistance. Today, I choose to reside in the light of my being. I rise up boldly and ask for the understanding that will free me of my duality. My prayers are heard, and God sends angelic help so that love and peace find their way to me. When I open my eyes, love appears. And just see how similar in the cards are. Like, here you have the light shining and here you have the light shining, and they both speak about praying or asking your team for help, right? Your spiritual team for help, and being open to receive that help, being open to see things in an abundant way. Very nice. Okay, so this was a different reading from our usual pick a card readings. So it would be great if you could let me know what you think about it. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. I wish you a great week ahead. Well, end of the week ahead. And yeah, and I'll leave below a few books that have helped me so far. Perhaps they will help you as well if you are dealing with this situation in particular. All right, I hope this has helped you. I wish you a lovely day. It would be great if you could like this video and or subscribe the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.